Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
25-yard line.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 25 on second down, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
On first and 10, Stafford. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
He's brought down
the success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, it's Moody. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
The ball carried by
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Brought down at
second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Moody able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plains and stop it right around the wall. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
4th down, and we go from one man to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. And Gay knocks this one through. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. First carry for DeAndre Swift. 11 yards there, and a Lion 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
16-yard line.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So third down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 41-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Stafford steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
That's the end of the first
3-0 after one on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
14 yards.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Swift going to try up the middle. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The Lions at 5-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
It's a gain.
This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
29-yard line.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Second and long. Got his man. It's Williams.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately starting out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They've now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. And they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot. And boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
Henderson running straight ahead. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Darrell Henderson,
his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it
His kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Lions 3. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
To T.J. Hawkinson.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
30-yard line.
set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
From the 35 on second down, Stafford going up top for Cup. They've got his man complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Moody.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
The tackle made.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, Henderson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Stafford. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Rams.
Stafford's pass complete.
A great play there.
Touchdown,
as the first half is winding down.
And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
17. Lions 3. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brought down right at
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense.
No gain on the
linebackers
play.
making
Brings
plays
up
near the line of scrimmage.
10
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's complete to Williams.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that they're very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
This is Swift on the counter.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He's brought down
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league. And every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He'll look to throw.
He's got this complete to Williams. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now back to throw. And in for the Lions touchdown. Tyler Conklin. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are back within a score.
The kicker on for the extra
Now the try here for the point after. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Again, it's Henderson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. In motion left is Watkins. Play action. Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't it?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go on, and hope someone will come free.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Looking to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift from 8 yards out. And the Lions have come back to make it a 2-point game.
The Lions will
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like,
and now he's going to go
The attempt at the
down.
2-point conversion
Big
is no
sack,
good.
and they're unable
That
to
keeps the
tie it.
score. Rams 17, Lions 15.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, Henderson. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
He's brought down.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You first see incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. Open man right side is cut complete. He's going to have the first down and then some. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 7 catches for him now. And this last one, a first down. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
First and
that
goal
goes for a gain of 31.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
From the gun again to Henderson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more
line.
after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now third and goal.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Gay's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5.
Makes the score.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact. We call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19. 23 yards to pick up there.
And here we are in the fourth quarter. Watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown.
First and 10
and you and
at
I
the
both
19-yard line.
This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Lions have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he's...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Ernest Jones.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's going to... Something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards.
And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish.
Lions 21. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Complete to
and just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
It's a pickup of 3.
And that'll make it second down.
Second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. He finds Corey Davis. And out across midfield down to the 45.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady game.
2nd and 5.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
It's now 3rd down.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and
But really
10
not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the 1st down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Stafford. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Miller.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Henderson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Ball carrier.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Stafford. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This is brought in at the 21.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Rams 35, Lions 21. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Complete to Jamison Williams. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
St. Brown on the catch.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards.
Back to throw now on first down.
That's good.
And that's caught by Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Jamison Williams.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete.
Jamison
and they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
15 more yards.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
16 more yards.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
35.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the LA Rams with a victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for L.A., the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.